What is up, YouTube? This Carl here. It's a cold Saturday evening, but working on our cars. As you can tell by the title, I do plan on being at Horse Thief Mile on the 16th of December with the 805 slide. So I'm going to be working on my car. Until then, I got quite a bit of work to do. As you can see, I got a list of stuff to do, quite a bit. A lot of suspension work. Got a true coilover installed thanks to the guys over at Fuel Suspension. Gonna be doing that. I gotta do the trailer arm bushing from Synchro Design Works, so I should be getting that in the mail pretty soon. Outer control arm bushings, those are basically M3 OEM. Gotta do control arms or modify those, so you guys will see that. I also decided to upgrade to the Ultra Angle Kit control arms, so I should be increasing my track width about an inch on each side. I gotta do ride height, alignment, all that kind of stuff. I also have to do the front bumper. If you saw earlier, it's a different bumper. I'll show you guys in a bit. Over fenders, all that kind of stuff. Finished the recorder, got a calendar just for reference. But yeah, so like I said in my previous video and just earlier, I did get an M3 front bumper, which is in terrible condition, but I got it really cheap. But you can tell there's some marks right there. Has a crack right there, but no big deal. I'm gonna be doing some stuff to it anyways, which I'm gonna keep secret for now. The way I'm gonna install it though, I have the OEM crash beam. Normally what you want to do is you want to get the M3 crash beam and put that on, but this bumper actually didn't come with any sort of mounts. There should be a mount right there, and there should be a crash beam installed on it, but previous owner took it out. I'm assuming he did like a CSL bumper or something like that, but that's what I'm gonna put it on. Just put it on here and then mount it to the side somehow. But right now I'm working on cutting the OEM fender. As you can see, it's all messed up, whatnot. The line that I cut is basically where the fender starts to flare out. That was the line that I used. I might have to cut it higher later on, but we'll see. But as you could tell, I also have this whole section missing. That's from when I did the clearancing for when I got the coilovers, so that's why that's there. Normally you would have basically the same shape as the OEM one. You only want to cut the outer shell first, and then what you're going to do is you're going to cut some slices along the inner fender and you hammer that up to meet the outer fender. So that's what I'm going to be working on. But yeah, enough talking, let's get to work. Alright, so just finished. As you can see, barely cut the slits, and I bent the tabs outwards. These guys had to bend all the way and do a little bit of cutting. I cut that one off, mainly for clearancing for the M3 over fenders. But that's where I'm at right now. I'm not going to do anything permanent for now, just because if I need to make some adjustments, then it should be pretty easy. So what I'm gonna do for now is I'm just gonna like duct tape around, kind of as a temporary fix, and then I have a feeling I'm gonna be rubbing on this, so I might have to cut higher and then bend these out more, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna do a temporary solution for now. So now I just need to do the other side. I also do have an M3 rear bumper, so awesome stuff. I got this one pretty cheap too. Doesn't have a rear diffuser, but we'll see what we do with that one. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe a CSL rear diffuser, but that should be pretty simple. This one actually does have the correct mounts, so thank God. Driver's side is done for now. Still got to do some sealing on both sides, but I put the over fender on just for kicks, and I put the M3 bumper on. And would you look at that? Obviously still missing the diffuser, but man, it looks a lot better in person. But I'm loving it. Can't wait to see how this car turns out. Alright, so that's enough body work for today. I'm gonna move on to some suspension stuff. I'm gonna pull out the coilovers, and depending on how much time I have, I don't want to be making too much noise, but I want to see if I can get started on the true coilovers. Rear coilovers are off. It's time to get these taken apart, put the true coilover springs on. So it looks like all I have to do to put the spring, the collars, and the spring seat in, just take out that top nut, and I think this should be able to slide right off. We'll see what happens. Alright, so true coilover conversion is done. It's pretty simple. Just take out the top nuts using a 19 mil and an Allen wrench. Slide this whole top assembly off. What comes with a true coilover conversion is these top spring seats, obviously the spring and the collars. So once that was slid off, just slid the collars on, spring, so on and so forth. So pretty simple job. I do want to get in contact with fuel suspension though. I just want to make sure that everything is done right, including like the spring preload. I don't know what they normally do that to. These nuts weren't all that tight, or the torque seemed pretty low, so I don't see that being too big of an issue. But I just want to get in contact with them to make sure. So when the roll cage was done, when they did all the welding and stuff, I actually found that the undercoating deteriorated, so it exposed some of the metal and it caused it to rust. So I actually want to get some of that rust removed, because really that defeats the purpose of having those reinforcement plates. So gotta get that addressed, but not today. Maybe tomorrow or another day. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna call it a night. It's getting late. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe I'll work on my car, maybe I won't. But that's it for today. Anyways, if you like this video, make sure you like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time.